How's the pie candy?
I gotta move it.
How's the pie patita?
My stomach hurts.
It's not bad. How's the pie candies? I'm thankful that the whole class came together to eat food. I'm thankful for this hot sauce. I'm thankful for the food.
I'm thankful for the equipment we can use in this classroom.
I'm thankful for family.
I'm thankful for passing.
I'm thankful that Thurston made it to the playoffs.
And I am just so grateful that Sky actually showed up for class today.
Good morning, Thurston. I'm Xavier Gay, and welcome to the Eagle Report. Fall sports have wrapped up. What a season it was. With it being one of the most successful sorts of seasons in recent history, Keith and I are here with your fall sports recap.
We talked to Amiris Watterson about how her junior season of volleyball went and how it felt to win the inter-city tournament. How do you think this past season went?
I think the season went really well.
What do you think the best part of the season was?
The best part was us winning the inter-city championship.
And what are you looking forward to next season?
I'm looking forward to being a senior and all the perks that comes with that.
Senior Randy Harrison gave us inside scoop on the past girls swim season and talk about how fun senior night was.
And how do you think this past season went?
I think it went pretty good.
What was the highlight of the season?
Probably our senior night.
And lastly, what advice do you have for underclassmen?
I would say join swim because it'll really give you opportunity to make friends that you may not make during school.
The senior season of cross country, we spoke with Addison Stevenson as she recapped her senior season and gave advice upcoming underclassmen.
This past season went?
I think it was pretty good.
What was the highlight of the season for you?
Probably our first meet. We went to Nankin Mills.
And what advice do you have to underclassmen that are participating in cross country?
I would do conditioning and just make sure you're in shape before you start because it is a lot of running, but it's still really fun and it's good for you.
Football season, we interviewed Nate Williams to talk about the season and how it felt to go into the playoffs. And how was this past season?
This season was a shock because last year's season wasn't so good. We came into the season not caring about what anybody said. We did pretty good.
And what was the highlight of the season for you?
Highlight was probably senior night, dumping the water buckets on my coaches. That felt good.
And lastly, what advice do you have for underclassmen?
For underclassmen, I'd say just keep working. Don't listen to nobody outside of your team, your coaches. And chill out. Stop doing so much. Mature up.
We interviewed senior Carter Herbst as he gave advice to underclassmen wishing to play soccer and recapped his senior season. And how did this past season go for you?
It was good. We won more games we did last year.
What was the highlight of the season for you?
Probably winning our senior night, technically.
And lastly, what's the advice that you have for underclassmen?
Just keep working, don't mess around, and just put work in.
We have a published author here roaming our hallways at Thurston. To find out who, here's Cam with the story.
My name is Timothy Dew, and I'm a senior. I'm in 12th grade.
Timothy Dew developed a passion for writing books since he was a little kid.
Always was creating stories. I would write comics of I used to make a superhero. People that been with me in elementary, I made a superhero named Congester, and I used to make these little comics all the time, and I just would always love making stories.
Timothy Dew would be inspired by movies to make villainous characters.
I would see certain movies, I couldn't think of any right now, but The Dark Knight, and I would like the villains of it. I would like the characters of it, what they did and how their stories came to life, and I was always I want to make my story come to life like that.
He suggests to young authors to always have a drive to do it.
Just stick with it, honestly. I think motivation is key, so I say, if you ever doubt in your own story, if you ever doubt, get people to read it, get people to look at it. I would say read it yourself. I say reread it, and then you'll read it. I would reread this, or I would reread the sequel that I'm making. Well, it's finished, but I would reread the sequel, and I'll be like, dang, I want to finish this. I want to read the rest of this, and then you find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and soon it'll be in this library, and soon it'll be in the Redford library.
Dylan Hurley is a curious person. So curious, he decided to start a new edition, what we call Too Early for This with Dylan Early.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the first ever segment of It's Too Early for This. All right, here's the name of the game. I ask 3 questions. If you get 2 right, you win something. What do you win? Not sure. Why is this happening? Our producers were foolish enough to give us full creative freedom on this segment. So, here's what you get. Name of the game. I ask 3 questions. If you want to skip, just say it's too early for this.
Okay.
And then we move on. What's your name?
I'm Messiah. My name's Jalen.
Brian.
What's your grade?
I'm a senior.
12th. I'm a 12th grader.
Do you think you're going to win?
Maybe. What I'm winning, I'm not sure, but sure, yeah.
Am I going to win? Of course.
Anyone active on the internet from 2012 to 2016 will know this answer. Recently had a horror movie released to mixed reviews. Forgive me, what year was the popular horror game Five Nights at Freddy's released?
2014. Real ones remember when Corey uploaded that.
2014? 2012?
All right, so I'm looking for a specific bird. Okay, this bird is capable of locking its wings in place for longer flight. And the hint starts with an A.
It's too early for this. I don't know birds.
Okay.
It's too early for this.
The answer is an albatross.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it.
You've never heard of an albatross?
Never
before?
heard of an albatross. I'm being for real.
Anyway, final question. When was Kennedy assassinated?
I want to say 52.
Wrong, it's 1963.
Why would I know this? November 22nd, 1963.
You just had that in your mind off the dome?
Yeah.
November 22nd, 1963. They didn't really shoot him. It's a conspiracy.
That concludes our first segment of It's Too Early for This. See ya. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it for this Eagle Report. Be sure to check out our new radio station located on highschoolradioproject.org. And please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another weekly Eagle Report. I'm Xavier and have a happy Thanksgiving.